So today I'm out in the town of Moab, just walking around, exploring, seeing if there's anything interesting to shoot. And I will say this, when I initially got here, kind of driving around, saw a few cool spots. But as I started walking, I was just like, I'm not 100% sure if I like what I'm seeing. But it's just a reminder to me that like I need to warm up and like take a few moments to try and just find something that like looks beautiful and it's cool to appreciate and photograph. So just out with just the M11 today, just playing more with this camera, trying to understand it more, see what it is capable of, and kind of just putting it through a variety of different situations. Again, when I shoot street, I'm not as used to shooting like scenes as I am people, and I'm trying to work on switching that up. This isn't a very like populated town in terms of like people walking around and stuff, and it's about 9-10 a.m. here. So again, right now I'm just trying to find scenes, trying to find subframes, trying to just find interesting things, different perspectives on things to photograph. Also today, and as of late, I'm shooting a lot of stuff at lower apertures, so I'm trying to stay between f4 to f2, maybe go up to like 5.6 depending on the scene. But the benefit of this camera essentially having 4000 ISO and a new base ISO of 64, that helps things a ton. So I can take advantage of those lower apertures, make things just have a little more depth of field, opposed to my normal street photography where I'm shooting everything at f8 or above. How's it going? Good morning. I can tell you right now though, I'm loving this camera so freaking much. All right, this is just unique. This is a fireplace lit by a tree. Like I've never seen something like this. This is wild. That's cool. So 2 quick things. One, I've been using the Leica M6 so much that I got used to the limitations of that camera, being that you can only go to 1,000 of a shutter speed second. Like I was just saying with the M10 being able to go to like f2, f2.8, kind of almost in like broad daylight has been really nice. So really enjoying that, and it's just opening me up to just, again, more possibilities. But it's also like the more I shoot with this camera, the more I am starting to discipline myself to shoot like film, if that makes sense. And the second is because it's such a small town, and this is my problem in a lot of different areas, probably in Americas. They're so populated that there's just cars everywhere. So even if you do see a nice building, you can't find a good composition because the streets are just cluttered with the cars, and you can't find that frame that you want, and you have to compromise heavily. And if you have to compromise so heavily, the shot ends up not being worth it. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit more, see what I can find. If I can't find too much else here, I'm probably just gonna head into Salt Lake earlier than I wanted, shift my plans, and see what I can go and explore there. So I finally made it into Salt Lake. It was a pretty long drive. I wasn't expecting it to be as far as it was, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, we're here, just had lunch, and now I'm just gonna head out and see what we can find in this city. So I have a slight dilemma. My Leica died on the way here, and this is not like on the battery's fault. I think when I was driving out here, this was like a 4-hour drive. I saw that a bag was sitting on the camera, on the button, and it was on. The camera was in the on position. It wasn't taking pictures, but I'm assuming the display was, on or something. So that like drained the battery within that 4 hours. So about to do like a little tethered backpack situation and try and run around Utah and go shoot. essentially I'm out here looking for scenes. Sun's pretty high in the sky here, but that's not like too big of a problem for me right now. Honestly, like I'm just using it to train my eye and whatnot, so not really worried about what the light looks like if it's not pleasing. I just want to be able to run around and explore and hopefully find some stuff to shoot. So one thing that is kind of freaking me out, or just really weirding me out, is the position of the sun here. Because I'm so used to being in Denver, right? And like it doesn't make sense why it's weirding me out. Because it's like this when you visit any other city, right? But my brain is just so like attuned to the layout of Denver, and I guess it's because of the mountains here. The mountains are kind of just like almost all around, right? And I'm used to the sun setting behind the mountains. Whereas here, they're setting in front. So my brain's thinking that the sun is setting in the east and rising in the west. And so just the light and everything, it looks really weird to be in a city where the city's lit as the sun sets, you know? And there is like tall buildings and, you know, whatnot giving me shadows, but it's just very weird for my brain to just like wrap around. Anyway, still just exploring here. Haven't really shot anything yet, kind of just looking for some interesting areas, but let's continue on.